So McDonald's is clearly an American staple. It's everywhere you go. The most amazing thing to me about McDonald's is when you're taking a road trip. I used to drive from Ohio to Florida all the time, and you could literally go and you see an exit and you're like, yeah, I don't want to stop here. I'll get off in 3 exits, and in 3 exits there's a McDonald's there. They have a staple on this country like no one's business, and I believe from the movie The Founder, they said they're one of the largest real estate owners in the United States. And frankly, I would believe it if they do own all that real estate. But let's take a look at McDonald's from a trading perspective. But first, I want to get into a little bit of what's going on in their news. So I guess they're going to be keeping some McDonald's stores closed in Texas and Mississippi. I know that Texas just said that you don't have to wear a mask anymore, but there's a lot of businesses that are saying that you do need to wear a mask, and that's perfectly fine. It's their choice. Let's see. I know this is a big thing. They have teamed up to be with Beyond Meat, and I think it's a good move on McDonald's part. Beyond Meat is obviously, they made their big splash when they got into Burger King, and McDonald's didn't really have anything to compete with that. So it looks like Beyond Meat decided to go with both competitors, which is a great idea, in my opinion. Let's see. Another big thing about McDonald's, a couple of years ago, they decided that they were going to really try to keep up with Starbucks and kind of create that cafe mentality. I can't say that they succeeded in that, but I personally like McDonald's coffee, their lattes, more than I like Starbucks, which is going to probably anger some people, but that's my taste buds, I guess. And let's see here. Yeah, I mean, McDonald's has a lot of great things going for it. They signed, Beyond Meat is their big thing right now that's going to move the stock. But let's see what they're doing from a technical perspective. I thought I was going to see a lot more new news on them. But another big thing about McDonald's, when you start seeing stimulus checks come out and when you start seeing tax returns come out, you do typically see a little bump in fast food chains, and McDonald's is one of those, obviously, just because people have a little bit more money to spend, and they will go and spend that. So as they're out shopping, doing whatever, maybe they'll stop at McDonald's, and you do typically see a little bit of a bump. It's nothing crazy, but you do see a bump in when people have a little bit more money to spend, they will go and do that with McDonald's or some such restaurant. So from a long-term perspective, McDonald's is a downtrend right now coming. It's really about to break through the sweet spot and get into that oversold area. So not a bad thing. All we have to do is just know that there is a resistance line right here. And what we need are some engulfing candlesticks that break down and get through this area. Is it going to happen? I don't know. If we just take a peek over here at our daily chart, McDonald's has ended up below its 200-day moving average, which is not a great thing for them. There's not much. A 200-day moving average is a very strong support level. It's also a very strong resistance level, but they're under it right now. So this is a bad spot for them because there's nothing down here that can kind of cushion the blow except for other support lines. And this is a very strong level to be able to get pushed through and go to the top side. So they're in a tough spot right now. They're going to need something to get them consistent volume. If they can get some volume like this buying volume in the past over here, that might push them up and maybe at least get to the 100-day moving average. But if you want to do something right now, it's a little bit late. We have had a little bit of a slide in the price, but if you do want to do something, let an engulfing candlestick get down and get it around this 204 to 202 range, and that's what you can do. The bid and ask difference is 61 cents, so just be careful. Market's not open just yet. We got a few minutes to go, so I'm assuming that will change. From a daily perspective, we're rolling right on the bottom here. So we could just go sideways and kind of consolidate and just bounce around between this resistance level of 207 and the support level of 204. It could just go like that for a while, like it did in here, how you just kind of consolidated between this little price range for quite some time. If you want to do something here, I would probably maybe throw a tracker share on to go long, maybe. But again, this is one of those, I don't think I would be swing trading McDonald's. There's better options out there. Like I said in yesterday's video, the video that was posted this morning, Buzz, you want to buy stocks for swing trades that are kind of like this. They're not being hindered by any moving averages. They're not like this where you just have resistance, support, resistance, it's just bouncing around. You want to be over all four of those moving averages for a swing trade. That's your most ideal situation, so you have a little bit of room to run. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that one. So let's go over to a 15-minute chart and see what we can do. So the market is 2 minutes away from opening. And right now we are over 80% on our stochastic. And we have a little bit of an engulfing candlestick here. I don't like this wick at the bottom though. But let's wait. Let's see what happens when the market opens in a few minutes. If we do get a green engulfment to go up like that at 9:45, you can go ahead and buy it. We just need to be bigger than this one. And this, of course, needs to stay above 80%. I do want to see some pretty good volume. I would like to see, this looks like it's a pretty consistent volume region for McDonald's. If I could see something like these 4 or these 5 over here, that would be wonderful. Even these 5, I don't like them because though it's small, you have this kind of decelerating volume. It's kind of going down. This one, more flat, more consistent all the way through. So when you get decelerating volume, that's when you know that there might be some kind of change in trend and you're going to be taking profit. So right now, as you can see, we dip below 80% and we're just going to have to be patient with this. So this is where the patience in day trading comes in. This is why I like to wait until 10:06 in the morning, until all of this aftermarket or pre-market trading is over. You can see how big this fluctuated in the pre-market. This price moved 0.5% in a second. So let's let all that nonsense get out of the way and we'll go from there. So just to recap on a long term, if you want to do something here, you can throw a tracker share on to go short, let this break down and let it go. Over here on the daily chart, I wouldn't mess with it. Just too much stuff going on, too many moving averages to get through. Over here on the 15, wait until you break above 80%, see if you can get some engulfing candlesticks to go to the positive direction and jump on it. So if you guys like this and it resonates with you, hop into the Mo's Muscles Patreon. Right now it is $49. It is going up in price as soon as those final 9 or 10 spots sell out. And you get full access to me, all long-term trading, swing trading, day trading. We can talk options. There's a lot of options chat going on this morning. We can really talk about anything you guys want in the investing world. So, and plus you get all the software from Everything Money that's going to be coming out. And you are locked into your price tier for as long as you're with us, and you get that software included in that. So join now, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.